All right, welcome back to the channel. Well, special treat, kind of two birds, one stone. I have somewhere to go be today with my wife, and it's like, well, I'll see if I can, scrounge up somewhere else to video. So we're at my friend Doug's place, and we're gonna view his collection of tractors. So he's got all good different kinds, but of course he's got some Minneapolis Molines. Doug, do you want to be on camera or just your voice?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I won't tell them where we're at, but they might be able to figure it out by some of the pictures. But that's a nice New Holland.
Yeah.
If you're into that kind of stuff, but
Well,
ooh,
that's our work tractor.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Here we go. Oh,
Yeah, we got
UTS
5 new on, but yeah.
diesel.
This is one I probably should have bought that one of yours.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I tell you
Well,
what.
well, you know the guy who bought that, and you're gonna have whole Marvin. Marvin Davis has that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do Bali harm to get that out of his hands.
Yeah.
He took that across the bridge already. So
Did he really? Okay.
yeah. Well, you got some weights on there too.
Yeah.
Huh.
When I first got this, I didn't know what I got or nothing. It had them little 30-inch tires.
Yeah.
Shit. I was kicking everybody's butts.
Oh, okay.
Them little 30-inch tires, but then they finally got broke down on me. But
Oh, I see.
but no, that old girl. Well, you pulled it. Hell,
Yeah.
your neighbors have pulled it around and stuff. But
Yep.
it'll walk them 416s. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
She'll play with them.
Yep. Huh. Anything been done in the motor that's special
No.
or that you know of?
I have not done a darn thing. It needs a clutch. It needs
Yeah.
going through the works. She's
Right.
getting tired.
This is.
Getting tired. But,
There's a plow. I just did a video up by Cleva there. It's got similar plow there.
oh yeah.
Yep. 4-bottom like that. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting. Boy, she's cool.
Yeah, the old girl. I got millions as well. Millions. Probably 75 trophies in there. When I first really started out, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Huh.
It was kicking butt just about anything, which I had no idea what it would
Yep.
do.
Right.
But, so. No. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, are you charging? Okay, cool. Another New Holland.
Yeah, we actually got.
Nice old truck too.
Yeah, that 155, and we bought that T8. My son bought that 86
Yep.
40 he plants with and stuff, and we got an 89 70. And we got what we call baby blue, little 60-20.
Yep.
Actually, we can cut right through here.
Oh, good. Well, I was seeing when I just got off I-69 there was puddles like it'd been raining.
We got just a few sprinkles this morning.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yep.
You on all the time, or you just off and on?
I can cut stuff out if I
Well, it
need
don't
to.
matter.
It's on right now, but
When we get over here, see this goddamn shed. The wind went through glass.
oh, took your ridge cap right off too.
Well, no, this is totally new. That's a skylight.
Oh, okay. Boy, it looks like it's gone.
No, but it was, me and my girlfriend was down to Portland, Indiana the second night.
Yep.
And they called and said, we added another 40 foot. This was 60 by 20.
Yep.
But this goddamn half of this roof went over this shop,
Really?
went over half of the house, ended up down in that barnyard.
Wow.
And across the road and took the maypole and all them transformers and shit. Is how lucky.
Wow.
And we had everything in there. I think we got one ding in the 89 and one hole in the hood.
Oh boy.
But other than that, you talk about lucky.
Yeah. Tornado. Man.
So, yep, and we got 16.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for corn.
Oh yeah. White's always been known for a good planter.
We had all of it.
Yeah.
We had a 12 roll. Sold it to my son-in-law.
Yep.
And we've had that for 7-8 years.
But cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so
Take me to the gems.
yeah. Well, we can see the rest of them over here.
Okay.
They're kind of clutter must because we was actually up to Ken Ross pulling when they finished tearing stuff down here.
Okay.
So They just tucked everything in here. It's got flat tires.
Kinross, isn't it? That's in UP, isn't it? Yeah, that's not near here.
No.
What have you been up to?
Oh, working.
Wow, that stuff, that gets in the way of a lot of good times.
I've been playing fireman.
Oh.
So like I said, stuff is cluttered in here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a 4-star tucked in there.
Whoa.
That's my UB. It's got what? G jugs on it?
I'll walk over there if you don't mind.
I'd like to.
Another puller.
Like I said, they stuffed up in here with flat tire and everything else.
Yeah.
Shit cleaned up.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Huh. Yep.
needless to say, sometimes they think my toys aren't here. That's a sweet little tractor right there. I kind of more or less give that to my granddaughter.
I see. Yep.
But,
I got one I need to finish up painting.
yep.
Get at her. So.
But,
Huh.
yeah, this old
H.
H is a different brand, but this was actually my dad's.
Oh, cool.
We started planting, I pulled 4-row planter that for years, and actually my son that's 52,
Yep.
he started planting corn with it.
Uh-huh.
I owe 300 years, should have bought that from a neighbor that worked the farm for many, many years.
Yep. My father-in-law just bought a 300.
Get through there? Okay.
We're climbing.
This,
The late model, 670.
the 670 here.
Yeah.
It's one of the later ones, got the angled spindles, I guess you call it. Where it
Oh, that's different.
turns shorter.
Oh, yeah. You don't see that very often. I'm
I
trying
was
to.
gonna say, was that I mean,
No. I got a 69 and it's not that way.
Really? Now, what, you suppose they ordered it
Or, well,
or did somebody change?
are the holes? Yeah, well, I'm just
I think
looking.
that's a standard.
I'm just looking. I've heard of this, but,
Really? I guess I didn't realize it was that rare.
well,
Or,
but I'm just looking to see if the holes.
been
Yeah.
changed.
Well, no. I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
See if the holes are tipped. You know what I'm saying? But they are. They're on an angle
Okay.
instead of being straight. Yeah, look at
Because
it.
I think, didn't
So-
the 1050s,
Oh, I mean, look.
can't remember my 1050 over there? Because this will turn considerably shorter.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, with
Okay.
that angled, and it will turn right around a lot shorter than my regular.
So this is a 69 model. Doesn't have the word white right here,
Okay,
and those panels aren't white.
yep, okay.
So,
I
yep.
actually bought this up north, hell outside, unseen, unsight and unseen, and bought it.
Yep. Nice.
And,
That's a beaut.
yeah. The old M5 here, never
Hello, M with
really
Bailey.
got that. I'd
Oh,
like
yeah.
to try pulling this sucker.
Yeah.
It supposedly, I think, was all overhauled. The engine
Yeah.
sounds very good in it.
Looks like the birds were not very nice to it.
Oh no. Like I said,
M5 standard.
yep, I'm saying, Ethan over there's been trying to bug the hell out of me.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ethan still hasn't called me back.
Really?
Yeah, I called him before I called you. This is a good looking old M.
Yeah, I actually bought that from the neighbor over here because he bought it brand new,
Yeah.
and I had the Beelum power steering on it,
Yep.
and the live PTO and so on and so forth. And I'm pretty well sure it's been overhauled with a M&W kit.
Could be.
But
Quite common. All right, let's go look at another one.
yep. Here's the old Faithful.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
the
it's-
one I started farming with my 1050.
Yep.
We had a Walden blade on it
Yep.
and had duals on it, and I wish I'd have had cameras, back
Yep.
72 and 3.
Is that a brown belly? So it's a 66.
Pulled
Yeah.
a
Diesel.
21-foot disc.
Really?
And the other shocking, had two settled 400-gallon water tanks, 200 on each side.
Yep.
Pulled a 21-foot disc incorporating spray.
Oh, okay. Just barely
Second
in.
gear, high range,
Yep.
about just shy of 5 mile an hour.
Huh.
And I'll tell you what, that thing is probably got 10, 12,000 hours on
Yeah.
it. That old beaut is.
Is that a custom torque lever extension I see, or something
yeah.
else?
All right, I went to a
Farmer special.
Yeah.
head rock picker.
Okay.
So I stripped it off, put me a semi-seat on there,
Yep.
hydraulic reservoir tank back there that was yellow. It come off a consumer's truck and so on. But I'll tell you what, that old girl right there, I remember one night neighbor come down and I was over there discing after dark and he'd shoot flames and shit like that.
Yeah.
He come up here and he said, "What the hell are you doing? You're gonna blow that up." I said, "You can't hurt that son." But that was a beaut, I'll tell you what. That and that 1050 is what got me where I am.
No, I see. That's what got you hooked. What do you got here?
That's my old straight M that my God probably hasn't been run, and that's the one I started out with. Looks like we got 4 flat tires.
Well, you know.
Z.
Yeah. Late one.
Yeah, UB over there. Me and my cousin bought that. That comes from over to Woodland over here.
GB?
Or GB, I mean, excuse me.
Yep.
And I got some 34-inch rims. I want to get on and try pulling that sometime, but it's been bored and welded, and that thing, they farmed heavy with it. I mean, they...
Is this the one you were trying to sell me last time you were over my house?
Probably.
Okay.
Keep in mind what you're looking, because I'm probably going to get rid of some stuff. Shit,
okay.
My health is getting bad.
Uh-oh.
But
nice looking tires on there.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much original. I mean,
yeah.
For most part, I believe. Anyways.
Nice looking old girl. We got quite a few Z's on the ranch, but.
Yeah.
Huh.
I pulled that once up the Mulligan, I guess.
I see. The old square body Chevy.
Yeah,
GMC?
that was the first new pickup I bought.
Oh, really?
$5,650, I believe it was. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we took the old bed on, put a flatbed on her.
Yeah.
And as you can see, my granddaughter was gonna go through it, but one of them jobs that we have more things going than we seem to get done sometimes.
I know. I completely understand that.
When you're
M5's kind of neat.
Hire no help or nothing, and
yep.
farming 1,500 acres and doing custom hay and custom combining and blah blah blah.
So what do you do in your spare time?
Yeah, exactly. The spare time was called work.
I understand.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one other. So I got 3 670s, the old original Faithful.
Yep.
This one, and I got a straight 670 down there. My son's got on a TMR mixer for his steers.
Oh, cool.
But
yeah, this is a good looking tractor too.
And the old 1050 over there, that's my Faithful one.
And that's the one you had over to that was pulling the thing back and forth.
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
The sled.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the word.
Yep.
Sometimes I get around these tractors, I get excited and I forget words.
So let's see. Jim's one. So we got 3 whites.
Yeah, I like looking at them.
Well, the old 185's out here. She's somewhat retired. She's on the shit spreader.
I see.
But yeah, kind of back to history. Bought that 1050 and I had better than 7,000 hours on it. We traded that in for a 135 white. Then in 91 or 2, I bought this 185 white out here, front wheel assist.
Oh, okay.
That's the one out here on the shit spreader.
Okay.
And then I had a 160 in between there. And we traded and got the first Ford, the 8970 with power shift. Because when I bought this, there was 20-some thousand difference between the International when they first come out with the power shifts and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to borrow 1% of the money, so.
I see. So this has a Cummins in it, doesn't it?
Yep, she got the 505. 505 in her.
Yep.
And, but so she's pretty much retired. We used to drill beans and stuff with it, but that's eventually got enough more tractors.
This ZF front end, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Got her weighted up pretty good yet.
Oh, yeah, she's a pretty good old horse. That was.
You said 505. Is that the 8.3?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
See, somehow between that and International was a half a cube.
Oh, really?
505 or 504.
Huh.
It was somewhere like a half a cube in between.
I see. Yeah. 1,000 PTO on these? Small 1,000? I see you got an adapter on there. Or it's the big 1,000.
Adapter, yeah.
It's the big 1,000.
Yeah, you cannot change these. Now, when they come out with a 125 and 145s, you could pull shafts and change.
I see. Oh yeah, Maple Valley. So this.
Oh yeah, see,
this is local.
Oh yeah. Did you know Russ? I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I traded everything. That's where I started with Russ in 71, 72.
Okay.
Actually, before I bought that 1050, I tried a 704, 705. Well, you know, we had cows and stuff. That shit, no PTO, live PTO, and all
No
that.
live PTO,
So,
yeah.
went to this.
Oh,
What do you need that right there?
I need this?
Yes.
For what?
I don't know.
I'm more likely to use those hubs than that.
There you go.
More likely. What do we got here? Simar? How do you pronounce that?
Simar, I
Oh,
guess.
it's made in Switzerland.
Yeah, I bought a neighbor over here. I actually had it running once and stuff.
Oh, I'm surprised your neighbors with straw hats don't want this.
Well, maybe they will. Send them over.
Oh, that is almost looks like a Deutz, you know, air cooled.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Is it? It is gas. I mean gasoline.
Yeah, it's like
I see a magneto on there.
And all that stuff. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not that hot a mechanic on that stuff.
Is this a rope start? Is that what that?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it was free. I don't know.
Well, you know, I'm getting old and
Yep.
only got one arm and
Yep.
well, I got two arms, but you,
Well,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I definitely do. I do. So, yep. You better not be.
It
Some of
is.
the pictures we got it.
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Is it or ain't it?
It is.
Yeah,
I
you got
it. Them bastards just changed all of
Huh.
them. The other tractors. I'll be damned.
Huh.
Guess we ain't really drive shit in a while, but that sure as fuck is. Huh.
that happened.
Darn.
About your old International down here.
Yeah. The 1020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody could have that
Ooh,
too
that-
if you know nobody wants it.
Oh, really?
I bought that from my uncle on a, well, uncle, he passed away and it was the last one they had.
Oh,
They just
okay.
kind of, oh, you ought to have it. Oh, shit. He got towed out of the shed when that wind blew down.
I see.
And, yeah. You know, when I got rid of the cows and stuff, I thought I was going to have time to work on some of the shit and stuff. Well, guess
Still
what?
got cows.
Well, steers, my son.
Oh, you just
but no,
steers, okay.
We sold the milk cows.
Oh, the milk cows are gone. Okay.
Yeah, my son got 500-600 steers out there.
All right.
But
So-
somehow my energy kind of went to hell, and my health started going to hell, and
Huh.
my mind went to hell. And tried to eat anything and everything.
So, well, this is bigger than a 1020, isn't it? I don't know. I am not an expert on these whatsoever,
Well, I ain't
but
either, but
so,
I was
whew.
thinking, don't hurt yourself.
no, that's all right.
Not a damn pad for me to say that.
Well, it probably says something on there, but I don't think that's.
be.
I don't think that's where the.
I was thinking it was a.
I don't know. It just looks bigger, like a WK.
Well, I ain't gonna say for sure.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not a neither.
Well, there's somebody gonna comment on here and say, hey, just look at the serial tag. It's right, you know,
There you
right
go.
there.
Yeah.
But you know, of course, I'll be long gone from here. I don't think these tires are gonna get fixed.
No. Like I said, my grandson and son don't, other than my 1050 and stuff,
Yep.
they sometimes think my antiques around here, you know, maybe take real careful of them.
I see.
They need
Yeah.
tires.
Grandpa's junk.
Yeah, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
I know what you mean.
But the old faithful 670 out there, I'll tell you what. When we put silage in bunkers and stuff, honest to God, the neighbors, everybody would fight over that.
Yep.
Because of that blade and them duals on there.
Yep.
And I remember one time instantly that 24 by 80 silo out there. I always liked chopping silage. I think we had probably the 185 or 89 that 2-row New Holland.
That's the
And I
carburetor.
think that had started, pardon me?
That's the carburetor right there.
I reckon so.
That's different.
I think that
that looks like brass.
pretty well been overhauled also too. See, my uncle's brother, Bob Cappan, over by Woodland. He had 100 and some tractors and the old steam engines. He had the
Yep.
biggest case steam engine and so on.
Going on
I
here?
don't know, they blocked that off,
Yeah.
but I'm not that familiar with
The
these
pump
old
goes
buggers.
there and it comes back around
Yeah,
here now.
and dead end. I
That's
don't know.
interesting.
Yeah, that's a little different carb, isn't it?
A lot different carb.
Yeah, because see right here's your choke,
Yeah.
and here it comes from the air cleaner.
Yeah. Way different.
Yeah.
So the governor must be over there somewhere.
I'm assuming so, driving across.
That's a whole lot of linkage.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it is definitely cool, but I've got enough projects, but...
Well, if you run across somebody that would be interested.
All right, what do you want for it? It's got to weigh
I was gonna say
a couple ton, at least.
I think I give $1,000 for it, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
I think the motor, he started overhauling it and everything.
Yeah, is it loose? We can get Dustin to...
It was. Now I ain't gonna say.
I'm volunteering you. If my kid was here, I'd just have them
Probably
do it.
$500-600 best offer. I don't give a shit. I need to move it.
Okay.
And yeah, right there is.
There's something on
There's
there.
International.
Yeah.
And that is set around, but it should be free. Now, if it ain't, it was inside and everything till about a year ago.
Yep. Oh, she's moving.
Free.
Oh, she ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, but it's moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was no problem. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, send me an email, molinedan@gmail.com, and we'll see if you can find a new owner for it. I helped another guy get rid of a tractor just recently, so
Yeah.
I kind of wanted a tractor, but it was just too far away. You know, it turns a good deal into a not so good deal, and
Yeah.
when you got you know, a couple hotel stays and fuel, and that's if you don't have a flat tire or
I
something.
start telling you that 2580 out there. We just had the old 540 blower, I think, at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And my son was pulling wagons, you know, and it was kind of a deal to see who can unload the fastest and get back here if you're waiting for the chopper. Well, I had the old 670 on there, you know, and I said, you could boil that hopper right over, and the old black smoke would roll, and she'd never quit.
Yep.
He said, that's too damn slow. I'm going to put my 125 on there.
Oh.
Well, he put his 125 on there, and guess what? When he'd slug her, she'd just shear the goddamn pins.
Oh.
No, he plugged the pipe a couple times.
Yeah.
I said, how's that working for you? I put 670 back on her, goddammit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that 670 and that 1050, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
They,
I've had a lot of people tell me that 670 diesel was probably one of the best
I honestly
Molines made. I
We
mean,
got tucked in this corner, Doug.
Oh, hell, I don't know. You're welcome to look wherever.
I see fenders. It looks like Farm All.
It's a red one.
It's a Farm All.
That's your other M, isn't it?
Oh, that's my father-in-law's M.
Okay.
Yes, that's in there. I forgot that. Had
We ain't getting to it, but it's in there.
Well, we get close to it.
It's piled over shit.
Yeah, I can climb up here. I'm not scared. No straw.
Yeah, that is actually Louisville.
Oh, a Louisville M?
My father-in-law bought that new.
Okay.
My nephew, before he passed away, used to pull that
Oh, okay.
with us.
Yeah. Big square baler.
Yep.
Go up both sides. Okay, 670, and we'll run over to
Yeah,
Gimel.
if you want, you get
Okay.
time, yeah, that's fine.
Well, I got lots of time.
No.
I got lots of time for you, Doug, and your treasures.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
I don't know about treasures, but
Oh, man, I appreciate that. Can we
Well-
go check out the cows real quick?
well, okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah, there's.
I like looking at them too.
It might be a little shitty to clean the pen.
Well, you know.
It's getting a little sloppy, but. Yeah, we sold the cows, probably 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. Do you miss them? Yes and
Yes
no?
and no.
Yep.
I
knew
no,
that answer already.
A tie stall barn. I did all the work, and I mean, my wife fed all the calves and bullshit. Jim took care of his steers and heifers out here and stuff.
Yep.
So
Cool.
it was a 24/7, 24-hour.
Yeah. Cool.
And as a tie stall barn, you know, you realize how much bending
Yep.
you got and picking milkers
Yep.
and so on. But
Some young ones over here.
Got Moline wheel weights hanging over there from the side of the barn.
I see it.
yeah.
Only wheel 8.
Yeah.
108-373. I can see it or tell from here what the part number
And
is.
so when my son graduated in '91, he wanted to farm and stuff. So
Yep.
I says, "You want to milk cows? No, he'd rather cash crop." So
Hmm.
this originally was built for a hay shed,
Okay.
and then a couple years ago we cemented it and everything, and he added on to his steer shed out back.
I see. Feeding whole corn, huh? And pellets.
Yep, corn and pellets.
Huh.
And
Yep.
yeah, at one time he packed them in there. At one time I think he had shit 8.5, 900 around here.
Oh, yeah.
But
Boy, they look good.
the feeders right now are, you know, fucking
Oh man.
colored shits like 13 and a half, 14.
Yep.
The straight Holstein calves are averaging $9,500.
And they could die on the way home.
Yeah.
I know.
Shit.
I know.
See, he used to get quite a few.
I know.
All our touches out here was for our heifers off front
Yeah.
and stuff. But he used to raise deacons. Well, shit, you can't afford to.
Yep.
And so I think he's saying now he's going to start back. I don't know how long this is going. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
You're selling steers for goddamn near $3,000. Of course, they
I
weighed
know.
17 something.
Right.
But how long are people going to pay these prices?
I don't understand it.
It's crazy. I mean,
Well, you know, at first you guys could make some money, but then you got to buy
Right.
replacements.
this is
And-
where it's killing him the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, if you had brute cows and
Well, he's got a
but-
small herd. We'll go buy them probably 35 to the other farm. But
Yeah.
yeah, originally, you know, this was my calf barn and stuff in here.
Yeah.
We had calves and so on in there. He's converted everything.
Boy,
steers
their coats look really good.
Oh yeah. Well, it's and we do well. See, he's got a bunker out there, but these are getting whole shell corn. Now out there, we'll shell about 19,000 bushel of high moisture, and we put it through our grinder blower.
There you go. Yep.
And they really, that's what these guys here are on.
Okay.
See, originally, that little cube below there, I had a belt feeder.
Uh-huh.
And I had a mixer in there so I could mix all 3 silos
Right there.
for the cows.
Yep.
And it would go out and go through that belt feeder. Well, then,
Mm-hmm.
with the moisture, so much rain and shit, he put a roof all the way over there. We just haven't pulled
I
that
see.
out. But this is where we feed the high moisture, or
Yep.
he feeds the high moisture
Howdy.
bunk all the way along there. And that was the best thing, because
Yep.
shit, you can go out there and mix it every 2 days, and they
Oh.
get, you know, feed constantly in front of them. And yeah,
Black white face.
but yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah, interesting. Boy, that's a tall one. Tall Holstein there.
yep, he's
Oh, that black one out there, how wide is
oh,
it?
you
Oh yeah, you think that was a pregnant cow?
Yeah.
You know?
yep.
Huh.
So
Yep. I love that smell.
yeah,
It's
No money.
yeah, well it is.
that's what they tell me on cow shit.
Yeah, well that's what I smell, but that smell doesn't bother me any.
No, that's,
So, Dustin, show the people your tattoo on your forearm.
well, I seen that.
Yep, but they have it.
If you gotta have one, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's not finished yet.
No?
No, we're
I
gonna
just-
color it in yellow and red.
Oh yeah.
I
bunch
kind
of
of
more
like
money.
it like this, but
I think it looks cool and all, but I'd rather just buy another tractor.
like, it's only 20 bucks.
$20?
Yep.
Is it peel off?
No,
Oh,
one of my buddies did it for me.
Well, you can get a toy one for $20.
yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Uh,
Cool.
Yeah, if you got just a minute, I don't know how detailed you want. I'll show you a few of the trophies. Right
Oh,
now.
absolutely. Any
And-
stories you can tell, they're not in a hurry.
They're not in a hurry. You're a good wife, because you're a little better than mine. Whenever we went through a machine dealer lot, she said, "Now you're not going to stay in here, right?" There you go. Exactly. I hear you.
Yeah.
You wanna hear what it
Yeah, I don't
first,
care.
Ivan?
That's
Okay.
fine. I don't know.
Where are we going?
Over here, look at this 670.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, the crops look good.
Yeah, actually, we got corn in this year. My son was a little hesitant. Too damn early. Too damn early. That's the drier than we've ever planted.
Yeah.
We were at really well. We only put in, I don't know, 5.5, 600 acres of corn, but we were done the last day of April, and is ungodly.
Yeah.
Most of our ground's tile good, but usually, you know, when you start open it up 3-4 inches, a little soggy underneath, let it lay a day,
Yep.
pick stone, come back, hit it, plant.
Yep.
Man, this year you could let field cultivator.
Oh,
was
really?
Drier than.
Not. Huh. We had some
Real.
snow this winter, but
Yeah, they say we're half-assing a severe drought, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I would.
Yeah, he's got the old original 670
Well, it's on the mixer
on the
here.
mixer wagon here.
Okay.
See, usually I have his 125, but then when we get to haying,
Yep.
we got one on the round baler, one on the tedder, one on the rake, and one on the
Yep.
mower.
Oh, I see.
So we hop jump from one to the other.
Huh.
And
Huh.
yeah, this is the original
Okay.
670.
670 diesel.
Yep.
My brother had one just like this.
Okay. which basically is a revised 602.
602
right?
with the
See,
fenders.
the hydraulics. I used to have this on my tender, but the damn hydraulics weren't strong enough
Yeah.
to, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I bought this in that UB down by Coldwater.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
yep. But,
I got my 900 LP has that Donaldson air cleaner on it.
my old.
I want to take it off and put a mushroom cap on it because I've got, I live in the woods.
Right.
Birds are getting
Shit
in
up
there. Oh man, the other day we were using it to plant some corn with, and my dad was driving, and it would start to backfire, and he got back. He says, "Hey, I got trouble." Da da da. Sorry, it's a little dark in here, but
Yep.
anyway, so I started looking at stuff, and when it backfired, it popped off the air cleaner, and the end of the air cleaner.
Yep.
Luckily, it was still in there, didn't get in the fan or anything, And so I got looking in there and looking up in there, and sure enough, I took that top off and looked down in there, and it had the pine branches, and little skinny pine branches they had in there. So yeah, that's the second time that's happened. So I'm gonna try to. I think I'm gonna change that and put a mushroom top on it and call her a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Baby cat love.
Yeah, so we took the
Oh yeah, little youngins.
bunker we had for silage when I had the cows and stuff. And
Yep.
grind high moisture. We grind, I don't know, 20,000 bushel high moisture corn.
Yep.
Farmhand grinder blower.
Yep.
And
So you don't use the silos at all anymore?
nope,
No.
well, the unloaders was getting bad. Everything's getting bad and
Yeah.
climbing and
Is that an 80-foot silo?
yep, 80, 24 by 80.
Yeah.
85, I guess. But it was funny too. A couple of neighbors that didn't care for me, and I don't know what I ever did to them. Lauren Wilmore.
Oh yeah.
He says, "You'll never fill that, and if you fill it, you'll never get it empty." And shit, I think 2 days 100 and some loads. His wagon's about 10 ton, a whole little over 1,000 bushel with a processor in it.
I see.
1,000 ton, I mean.
Yep.
1,000 ton.
Yep.
And so,
Uh-huh.
yeah, he's got a few beef cows out.
Got a
here.
gazebo out there.
Pardon me?
A gazebo out there.
Yeah, sunroof, supposedly, yeah. But, yeah. So,
Nice place.
yeah, I just show you a couple farm pictures.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because when, as you'll see some of the farm pictures, they took pretty much a picture every year we built something. Well,
Oh, yeah.
the only thing original here is that house, and they had a full porch all the way around it.
Huh.
The cement block building there, we added on for a furnace room.
Mm-hmm.
The old hip roof barn here, we built all the way around it. That is original.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, I built every building.
I gotta ask.
Yep, go for it.
Explain the name of the farm. I know what the Lily stands for, but
A dam is a female cow.
yep. Okay.
My wife's name was Pam. My name's Doug. And I don't know how the hell we come up with Lily's damn dairy. There's a culvert under there that gets water over to that, and there are weeds and shit there.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, my granddaughter has got all new plastic lettering, everything she bought me, and we have not got them up.
Yep.
Built the barn in 1980,
Yep.
the Tiso barn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's quite a story to that, but you will not believe people from hundreds of miles away know that name.
Oh, really?
And when my kids went to school, we had t-shirts made for them and stuff.
Yep.
Charlotte High School. And we got a call from the high school, that's discrimination, you can't wear that.
Oh,
Dam.
I see.
I said, do you understand what a dam is? Well, they didn't have a freaking clue.
Yeah.
And so I honestly don't, but when my kids first started going to high school, I mean, they started out with nothing, and we had tar paper shacks around the windows, had new windows before we ever could get it sided and everything. And oh Jesus, they were so embarrassed to go to school. Oh, you live in that tar paper shack.
Yeah. Right. I understand that.
But you know,
Uh-huh.
not really blowing my horn, but yeah, me and my wife, well, and my son had a bout with depression, so he got hammered on at a very young age with responsibilities and bullshit.
I see.
Was down and out, didn't know what the hell caused it, didn't know nothing. And finally got medicine, got straightened around and shit. But
Yep.
he got hammered on some responsibilities very early in life.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I mean, mind my junk in here, but
Well,
I'll show you some of the damn trophies and shit.
all right.
Collections of toy tractors around there, which all needs cleaning.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of my trophies, and there's probably 25, 30 in there.
I like the pictures though.
Okay, so yeah, and I got a couple of special farm pictures. That, okay, you can see.
I can see the cows in the back. That's just so
Yep,
cool.
see, that was the very first silo, I'm gonna say. And see the old barn.
Yep.
The cement block building is what we re-tinned here and stuff. There was
Yep.
an old shed behind.
Okay.
The old barn, you see, has nothing around it or nothing.
Huh.
And of course, that was the barnyard down there, and the neighbors, what you're seeing, that fence row and all that, we used to pasture cattle. Well, that's all been cleaned.
I see.
And,
Yeah, some of these are a little harder to see stuff in front.
yeah, sir.
But no,
Kinda.
Ooh, some
Junk.
cool.
But
Yeah, these pictures are priceless.
they are, and see, like I said, this thing needs, since my wife passed away and stuff, I don't know, things have kind of just, but,
It's a neat tin can or can.
yeah, my granddaughter made that for me. She got,
Yeah.
she does welding art
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Yeah, there's pictures stacked behind, because when this shed caught a fire,
Yep.
our great fire department, I thought we were gonna lose this too. The siding was melting right off of here. They started taking everything to hell out of here. And, but yeah.
That's just neat.
So that's a few of my collections.
That's so cool.
We tried about every 2 years as we built and stuff.
Yep.
So you can see here we have the 3 silos.
Yep.
There was our 12-year-old planter. There was, my dad raised hogs. That hip roof there was a granary they moved in. And then we had the old Quonset, tin Quonset out here that sat right out there.
Yep.
That's gone now. We had a pool out there at that point.
Oh, I see the pool.
Yeah.
Is that a
What's
that
that?
combine? I'm seeing a picture. Is that an owl?
Where the hell you at?
Isn't that a combine back there next to the? Oh, right up there, just before you.
Possibly it's an old Ford. I had a 6. Oh yeah, way out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started out. I had a. It was a Closs, but it was a Ford
Okay.
604 or something. I put 7,000 hours on that
Wow.
sucker.
Wow.
And I actually bought another one for parts.
Yep.
And yeah.
That's neat.
So here's one of the more earlier ones. You might be able to cobwebs and all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so that was, I don't know, what is it, no, all 3 silos there.
Yeah. 3 silos.
Had corn cribs out there. This was an old lean-to and corn crib.
Yep. I see it over there.
First Morton.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Morton's right where that granary and hog was that Dad had.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's cool.
so. Oh, I had a bout crash here 2 weeks ago. They thought someone say I had a heart attack, some say I didn't, but I got damn lungs and heart attack, or heart was giving me ache shit. They
I
was
see.
having me dead.
I see.
So other than that, why? But,
Wow.
so,
Cool.
yeah, I'm gonna show you some in the house.
Oh, all right.
I kind of like them too. And hell, let's go in the front.
All right.
Them 2 pictures. In fact, the one I think was the year I was born in '51. Dad bought a Clipper combine,
Okay.
7 foot. Pulled it with the OM. I can remember out there low gear. First got gravity box was a little 125 pound or 120 bushel universal hopper.
Yeah.
And man, I just like shit. We used to shovel corn out of a flat rack, throw it up into them cribs on each side of there.
Yep.
And, come on, Bubba. Don't kill him.
Is that a
Don't kill him.
Is that a Doberman?
Oh yeah, he's a big bad Doberman.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't step on him. I promise.
You're fine.
Quiet.
You're fine.
So I first started hauling. They had some of these unique eagle trophies,
Yep.
and there's several of them
Wow, them were cool.
down through here, throughout. There's some in behind there, and so on.
Is that wood?
I don't know. Pick it up. I can't. Or here.
Yeah. You
no.
break it, not me.
Yeah.
That looks like wood.
I guess it is.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yes, it is. There's no Hubler that we used to play with down in the basement and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An R. I think I got that old truck is cool too.
Yeah, I remember that playing little toy. You used to crank that.
Yeah.
It would beller like a cow mooing.
Really? Well, does it still?
I don't know if it's still, it's probably dried up.
Yeah, it doesn't want to turn.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to crank that and it would have a thing in there that go moo, like you know you were driving cattle.
Yeah, those pretty trophies.
I liked them. They were unique. I mean, a trophy's a trophy, but yeah, them were special. It was like that. The Eagles.
Yeah, and the flag one there too.
The flag one.
Wow.
And
wouldn't that be something that somebody carved these instead of, you know?
I don't know if them
or they, you know, molded them or whatever.
I'm not sure. Cookie, you remember Cookie and Ron? No, hell, they're a cast job here. I mean, a heavy.
Yeah, it's probably casted, but
It was first place. I ain't blowing smoke, but when I first bought that UTS, Dale and Ethan went down by Spartan Speedways where we bought that. That's when I got that depression. The guy says, you need a hobby or something. You can't just work all the time.
Oh.
And so that's when I bought that.
There's truth to that.
And when I first started pulling that, I had no freaking idea what that thing was going to do. Yeah, that's my famous suit, everybody. Well, had 3 back operations. I always wore a support belt.
Okay.
Brace. And I don't know, they all laugh about that shit. But yeah, let me grab you the front pictures. Our house is a mess since the wife's gone. Things get kind of...
I don't have to show everything.
Oh, I know.
I like the corn pillow dog toy thing.
Yeah.
You want to bring them out here or turn lights on?
Bring 'em out there and you
Okay.
can see. There was one we went up to Kinross.
Oh, that's sweet.
Walk out to Kinross.
Yep.
And I go up there with neighbors
Turn it
down
on.
here.
Or down at least.
Yeah, turn that baby down.
Yeah. Well, YouTube doesn't like it when there's music in the background that I didn't make.
Totally fine. But these are kind of how we have grown.
Oh man.
So right here,
Okay.
and we found this, and Dad moved here in the spring of 1936. And this has shingle roof, has shiplap. Now before we sited this, it had slate. This porch and everything, it fell off and bullshit. But we don't know what year that is. Now here,
It says 38, but
well, yeah, I don't know if that's a number.
okay.
This right here,
A lot has changed since this picture.
Definitely. There's a new Massey Harris combine right there. And see, Dad used to raise, he made more money, these were hog lots. He told me he sold more dollars worth of hogs off this than he give for it.
I see.
And this was gravel, of course.
Yep.
2 big popple trees out here. But so basically this was the year, I think 51 when I was born.
Okay.
Then these are kind of some afterwards.
Yep.
Now, sign of the unique thing here is we were modern. That's an inside-outside shit house. You did not have to go outside. It was built right out on the back of the house.
Yep.
And
Highfalutin, huh?
yeah, hey.
Highfalutin.
And like I said, here was the old wood silo that sat out here.
Yeah. I tried to.
Of course, yeah, it's hard to
glare
maybe,
here.
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of we've come a ways. Put it that way.
Yep.
This was the old chicken house at one time, had hogs and shit in that.
Yep.
But,
This corn here?
yeah, I believe so. I think.
Looks
it's
pretty
corn.
tall.
Yeah.
Huh. No,
But,
it's just, this is history, you know, but
well,
it's not
it
mine,
is,
but
you know.
it's just cool, you know, it's just, the stories and.
You know, and I guess maybe the major part is Moline's is the one that got me here.
I see.
Really, they
Yeah.
did.
Huh.
I was farming like 500 acres by myself, trying to.
Oh, that's a.
Pulled a 4-row white planter. I had the first air planter out of Russ's, I do believe. Had
Oh.
little fans
Yep.
back on each hopper.
Yeah.
Had to put alternator and stuff on the H&M.
They call them plant airs.
Probably.
I think it was 5100,
51, 54,
Or
yeah.
6100s.
Something
Yep.
to that effect, yeah.
Yep. Ross,
So-
you can correct me on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But, yeah, I pulled that with that H International for years.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. That was big time then.
Yeah. Right.
From the horse and buggy days, I guess.
Right.
But,
Well, awesome. Okay, so we got one more thing to show me.
We'll show you old price 1050.
Okay.
And, oh yeah, and my son, speaking of that, we'll be back, Charlie.
Yeah. See you, Charlie.
My son's 125, which is on the round baler.
Okay.
I go, Dustin, we got a new tractor. Turned 10,000. It's got turned over at 10,000 hours, and I had 25 on it when I moved it back to bale yesterday.
$2,500, huh?
Never had a oil pan off.
$25.
Never had it tap it off.
Really?
The only thing that's ever been done to that is injector pump.
So you said it's a 120.
120.
Okay.
125. At the 5.9.
Okay, I was
And
gonna
I
say.
bought this 145,
Yep.
which is the same thing other than turboed.
Okay.
And I don't know, the guy bought that, it's been turned, and that's got 42-inch rubber on it.
Yeah.
It just misses the door. I never knew they put 42-inch rubber on it.
Huh. Okay.
That thing has got some balls. I don't know what it's turned at, but
We can go
just
buy
for
them.
Huh?
Are they over?
Yeah, we can. Either
Okay.
brought them the other.
Do you want me to drive there or ride with you?
Chase
why don't
us
you
or whatever?
Yeah, you can ride with us if
Or-
your wife don't mind.
Well, don't mind to me.
My truck, Doug.
Let me grab my drone.
Okay, yeah, he should be putting 28 on.
Okay.
He had to change oil this morning and
Yep.
the applicator over.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let me grab my drone.
Yeah, no, I'm to the point that my health is starting to go to hell. I think I'd rather just travel and see shows.
Yep.
Takes a lot of time and patience and money to fix them right.
I know.
Appreciate somebody that has done a hell of a good job.
Okay.
What's that?
You have to put up with my dog though.
Oh, another dog?
Like, yeah.
I
Okay.
like ya.
All right.
He ain't as ugly as you are, is he?
Oh,
Hi, buddy. Oh, you look pretty good.
I guess I get the front seat.
There you go. You're actually better looking than your boss. What is it?
What's your dog's name?
Bella.
Bella.
Bella? What is it?
Yeah.
Hanging Tree, Border Collie, Australian Shepherd,
Okay.
and Blue Heeler.
Yep, I can see.
You got her from the Amish, didn't you?
Yep.
We always had border collies. We always had border collies.
That's just a good looking dog.
Yeah, yes.
We can turn the AC on.
Don't matter to me.
Window don't work?
He's got to get blocked
I
out
had
of
to
there.
have child locks on.
Oh.
Because of the dog or because of the kids?
Because the dog.
Okay.
She puts her own windows down going down the road.
I
Well,
see.
there you go.
I see.
Probably with your driving, she wants to jump out.
Probably.
I'll tell the missus that I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be right back.
Well, you got a good wife there. Oh, my wife always kidded because, you know, if we went to flea markets or any bullshit like that, she wanted to go. I just wander around. But it kind of, I told her the car and pickup automatically.
Your phone
pulled
going
into
off,
it.
Douglas?
Huh? Yeah, probably. I got it.
Yeah. That corn is getting close to knee high. Probably is, but probably is in the.
That's gaining. That was off a sod, so it should.
Which farm we going to?
Down 8 North, turn right.
Hello, cows. Yeah. This corn's not quite as tall, but.
Well, you know, it's been a goofy spring around here. That corn was in a little late, and we got that cold rain
Yeah.
after it was planted, and
Okay.
it struggled. They was in sprayed it to get 28. There's a stand there, but there's some stuff around here you hard to explain. Beans are pretty good stand. They dried up after that last shot of warm rain and weather, but
Yep.
some of the stuff is struggling. The early corn has got rooted in. It's growing, but it's been a goofy spring.
Yeah.
It really has. I mean,
No, there's plenty of people that are way behind.
oh, there's still a lot of beans around here.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot.
Right turn, Clyde.
Yeah, right there, Clyde.
You look a little bit like Clyde.
Yeah,
Little
my
bit.
daughter.
Just
daughter lives
don't be
right
trying to
in the
kiss me.
corner. Yeah. So now we're actually pretty lucky. My son over where the 1050 is was my mother-in-law's place. So my wife's folks who lived there.
Yep.
We started in 18-something.
Yep.
Sawed the lumber and shit back in the yard or in the woods to build a house and stuff. And
Corn.
Try to put that back up.
yeah, we probably hear a little better. This guy does some cover crop stuff, and he works in town. He just started planting corn up here yesterday.
Well, you know.
I mean, he's trying to build the place up and so on and so forth.
Yep, that's a big cut.
Yeah, I almost think they might have got a new main line to it.
Oh,
Maybe.
had to try it out.
Yeah.
I understand.
That was the rye he killed off. He was planting. Right about in there. He's planted that.
Yeah, I wonder why he let it go all the way to seed before he did it.
Well, I don't know. I kind of worry because as dry as the ground is,
Yeah.
and that clover and that rye is sucking a lot of that moisture out.
Oh.
Heavy rain.
Gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, you know where John White lives up there.
Yeah.
So in there, I think, long driveway, I think, I don't know if Jim left the baler back there, or if he took it up to the pile instead. I've got an idea he left it right back there. You better go up there tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just looking. It's not in the barn up there.
There's a good looking field of wheat. Headed out. Actually kind of looks like it's starting to turn already, but maybe a little yellow to it. Huh.
If it ain't the barn, if we didn't take it to Kyle's, it's probably sitting right back there. We got done, but we got a field of back.
I see. There's some beans.
Yeah, them there struggled. We got them in. I thought Kyle might have got them a little deep. My grandson built a little bean planted.
I see.
Go a little further. I don't see it. Skid loader's back there.
There's
Go
a
around by them wagons.
There's a red tractor over there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Go around the wagons. No, he must
Blue tractor's back
yeah,
there.
baby blue's on the way.
Oh yeah.
He must took it up to Kyle's.
I see.
So
So this hay is first cut and you just took off, eh?
yeah, we just did the backfield. We do high marks for the trapper.
Pretty setting here.
Then we got in behind them woods there, about 28 acres on two others. Yeah, you might
we gotta go up to
turn around,
Kyle's.
Dustin. Yeah.
Okay.
Either up here in the cows or
Horses. Pretty horses.
That little story, that little 966, I'll tell you what, that is a gutty little sucker. I had
Yep.
618s on my 1015, he had 5. My God, he could walk right with me.
Huh.
That sucker is a
Yeah, I'd say
runner.
you know, a 66 series, you know, of course I don't really necessarily want one or anything, but that was probably one of the nicest looking international series, I think.
I don't know if that's a force, it possibly be a 466 or 436.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
gonna.
not sure on that.
I'll let.
But I tell you what,
I'll let somebody else correct
yeah,
me.
that is a gutty little bugger.
Yep.
And then Advanced Buckles, the farm, he grew up first farm north of me, and they had a 40/20. And my dad had plowed up there in the years.
That's Doug's.
Yeah, this
What?
other 80 was Jim and beef cows.
Oh.
That must be up to 5.
Is that an old milk house there?
No, that's an old garage. Used to be an old
Garage.
barn, kid from barn.
Okay.
Got bad, old house there.
Yep.
We got an 80 here that comes down to this corner.
Yep.
And my son's got 180 here.
Yep.
And all backs right over and hooks in everything to his place.
Okay.
Yeah, Baylor's up there. I remember Bill Dad one day said, hey, I'm going to go up to help Man's plow. Well, I ground heavier than hell up there.
Yep.
The old man kind of smiled. He said, I said, what it wouldn't matter. He said, you're going to find out something. Well, Vance had 4 on that 40/20, I do believe.
Okay.
And I could walk with him with 618, but no 1050 had her hands full.
Okay.
In the furrow.
Yep.
And then that non-land plow.
Yep.
And the only way Vance could keep ahead of me was pulling over right out on headlands.
I see.
To speed ahead.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, the 125 has just turned better than 10,000 hours.
Yep. Well,
I don't know. I've always been partial to Cummins.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, we've had them in skid loaders, we've got 3 tractors, you know, just like that. Changed oil every 100 hours in the filter.
Yep.
And I shit you not, it never had a pan off, never had to tap it off.
Well, I'm gonna knock on the wood here for you, just
Okay,
for
yeah,
you.
hey, I'll
So.
tell you what, that thing don't owe us 1 iota.
Yeah.
I think he bought that when he first got out of high school. It had maybe
Yeah. Well, Chris Losey would like to see this sticker.
Yep, he's the one it came from down there.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, you can see the oil change.
Don't call those phone numbers. They don't work anymore.
Yep. $9.95, and I think when I took it back, or he bailed 2-3 hours last night, it had let's see, it had 25.
Yep.
10,027 hours.
10,027 hours. Never been apart.
Never been apart. Had a couple clutches because boys running baler back and forth and stuff, and they screwed me up, give me the wrong clutch on one time.
Yep.
But
taper lock hubs. That's stuff.
We got the hub duals. Used to plant. Used to pull a 12-row planter with this.
That's part of, the Moline part they kept going with.
I've got a set that goes on the 0670.
Yeah. Probably that's about the only thing on this tractor that was Minneapolis Moline-esque.
Yeah, because I think the
that's got a tub like an Oliver and.
Yep, the cast iron belly pan, so say whatever.
Yep.
Now see, my 145 is a year or two newer. I had the AGCO. That's just when they switched.
I see.
I think this is 92, possibly. I'm not gonna swear to it.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, but needless to say, we have had awful good luck with them things.
So I like showing the dealer stickers
there you go.
Buy us out of McBain.
Ithaca.
Ithaca. Okay.
And they have McBain and
Walk to the other side.
Yep.
Old freight shaker.
Yeah, I bought that old bugger for like a second one.
Yeah.
Because
that all looks Oliver-ish.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, high moisture hay, I tell you, has spoiled us. And you can put up so much hay so quick and easy that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a remains. My grandson lives here.
I see.
He's remodeling the house in here.
Yeah, well, that's a nice looking dumpster you got there.
Yeah, hey. Yeah.
Well, this is cool. I mean, I don't know. It's neat. The stories you're telling, I really appreciate that.
Well, hey, it is history. Anybody can appreciate something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that's the thing about these whites. The cab, there's a lot of glass that maybe lets in a lot of heat, but you can see.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, I started when I bought that 185. There was 18,000 difference. That's when the Magnum power shift first came out. And there was all kinds of horror stories.
Yep.
Horror stories about all them lines weren't going to leak. There was all this kind of bullshit.
Yep.
I tried a Magnum. I had my brother's 1370. Tried that, and I finally decided on that 185, and I should have bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
$60,000 for that.
Yeah.
Brand new.
My dad tells a story. Our neighbors were always had red tractors, and they bought a 1066.
Yep.
Then something happened with the steel market or something or whatever, and they bought another 1066. And he always said he paid like 20 grand more. 15, 20 grand more. They went up. They went up that much.
My 1050, I traded Dad's Super M in and give 10, 5 or 11,000 for that.
Yep.
I probably screwed up. Russ tried his damnedest to get me to, and I didn't realize then a 155 until I believe was the 585.
Okay. What 155 you said?
Yeah.
No, that would have had a Hercules in it. A
wait a minute.
2150 had a Moline yet. The 2155 should have had a Hercules.
Okay, because my 135 had Hercules.
Yep, they're basically the same tractor, just a little bit more.
The 150 though, wasn't that the 585 too?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I've owned one.
He tried his damnedest, and I thought, Jesus, I can't
Get over
that.
Get over it.
Yep.
But, that 1050, I would flip the dog shit out of that.
No offense, Bella.
No. You're okay, buddy.
That's a good looking dog.
Yeah, much better.
It's a good thing my daughter didn't know that dog was over there. She'd have been playing with that. Then we got home and our dog's been going nuts. Like
Right. Daughters in the car too?
Yeah.
Right, Clyde.
I know where I'm
No,
going.
you do.
Yep.
We're going to Jimmy's.
Never know with you. So yeah, the land deal, my son bought this 120. He's right up to a 60 over there, then it meets up to all our ground over on Strange Road.
Yep.
Originally where my mother-in-law lived, it was a 240.
Okay.
Then my son bought 100 that bounded all the way around. That was my wife's sister.
Yep.
Half sister. And so we had first option to buy that. So that's when Jim was old enough to, because I didn't want to plant the houses and I wanted to keep the family farm,
I see.
all together.
Yep.
And so yeah. So basically we got this section of this 140 out of here, and we ran a 40 on the other corner.
I see.
But yeah, there's a lot of history around this.
Yep.
Of course, when you've grown up here all your life, you know, you hear the old farm names. This is the old Perkins farm. This is the Perkins farm.
I thought you said earlier that your mind was going.
Well, it is.
Oh, sounds like it's doing pretty good to me.
I can remember. Well, I'm just making most
It's
of
gone.
this bullshit up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just making most of this bullshit up.
Well, you're doing good. You're doing good. Yep.
But,
Yep.
no, we got some pretty good sized farms.
I got a bad breath?
No.
Oh. Just being nice?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not used to that.
I was gonna say.
Well, me being nice?
Not from a cook.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I have to go over to coffee hour and put up with his dad over the elevator. God, that's the worst part.
Oh. How is old Rex doing?
Good.
He's really doing good.
This where you buy your seed from?
Nope, this
Oh.
is Arnold Brothers, which there was 4 boys and the dad.
Yeah.
Well, they never got married till the first one got married at 50.
Oh.
They're all gone but one. So then the nephews stepped in, and they do a good job of farming, but they kind of got a golden spoon.
Well,
They walked into 5,000-6,000 acres all paid for and stuff.
that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it makes, they're good to be, well, probably be relation. My grandson is going with Greg's stepdaughter,
I see.
and she's a very nice girl.
I see.
Very nice.
So the 145's in here? Is that
He just gonna be down the road putting 28 on.
Oh, okay.
But 1050's in here.
1050's in here.
Yeah.
Okay. At first I thought you said a 1050 was putting 28 on.
No,
Oh, okay.
She's only retired.
All right.
She's in a heated shop in the winter.
Right? Yep.
You gotta stay, Bella.
Really nice setting here. This house. I like this.
Way back when, this had a big old windmill there.
Oh.
Like I said, I think they settled in 18-something.
Oh, really?
First started.
Jeez.
Yes. And there was outbuildings and stuff out here.
Uh-huh.
And again, you'll have to excuse the clutter in here.
Well, if you've seen my shed, which you have.
Snowmobiles, 4-wheelers,
Yep. Yep.
what the hell?
Look at this butte.
Got the old girl taking a few oil spots.
Yeah. Marking her territory.
Sweating horsepower.
Yeah. Sweating horsepower. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, so, you know, I bought this, traded in, it came back into Charlotte one time.
Yep.
Shit, I was so in debt I couldn't afford kissing a platter.
Yep.
Somebody told me, and I said, well, so what? I can't afford nothing. It run around and up on 43. Has the Molines. We
Tom
don't do
Warren?
much with it. Tom Warren. He called me up one day and he says, hey, Russ has got your 1050. I said, how do you know it's my 1050? He says, I remember the serial number.
Oh.
He's a John Deere man, but he has a few Molines. He don't show around. So I said, go around on the other side where the steering arm is, the tab broke off, it's been rewelded. And here's the other keepsake. I was pulling a big ass thorn bush out. Had duals on it and shit, and I'd yank one way and I'd yank the other way. Well, I snapped that, never give us a problem. And I put these fender, fuel tank fenders on
Those
here.
are sweet. All I can say.
And so I called up Ross.
Yep.
I said, hey, I hear you got my 1050. And he says, well, I don't know. And I told him what to look for. Come to find out, he had bought it back. It was about 5-6 miles from the shop it was originally sold out of.
Oh, really?
In Nashville.
Yep.
And this just had this straight 2-speed on it.
Yep. That's nice.
I had it dynoed, and I never did a damn thing other than work the shit out of it. It was turning 126 horse.
Yep.
And I don't know after that what's been done. But
I think they were rated about 122.
well,
122. I
usually
was.
they said 110, didn't they?
Well, I would say
maybe not. I don't know.
G1000 was 110.
Okay. And so you had the true MM just
Yep.
for my brother had a 950 white. It had the bubble nose
Yep.
with the white on it.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
we
no, that old girl there.
Can we get the other side?
Yeah, we can
right.
walk around just here. But, no, that and my 670 are my pride and joy. Trust me.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beaut. Got any extra seat cushions like those?
No, I don't.
I could use a couple sets.
No, I do not. No.
I thought I'd ask.
No, that's. That old girl. I've
18438.
Good many hours, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, she's a beautiful tractor. Yeah.
1, 2 in the morning, get up and milk cows at 6, and that was when I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still dumb. I'm older.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got the heavy 3-point on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you even got the PTO covers on the and the shield.
Put them on there.
Yep. Original link. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful example of this tractor. That is for sure.
Like I said, I don't know if they've changed tax and stuff. I have an idea, probably in $600-800. I'm guessing after I got rid of it. Nobody ever really
Oh, okay.
bought it to work. So
Yep.
to say, I think. Then. But,
So this must be a 71 with a flat nose on it. A
Yes.
72.
right in there, 71 or 72.
Yeah.
Yes, it might have. I think it was just about before. When did they start the bubble nose white name?
That was before.
Before
They went back to the flat nose.
they did went there.
Yeah,
and then they
69.
went back?
Yeah, they went 69 and
Okay.
70s should be bubble noses. I mean, you can change it to a flat nose or
No,
vice
they're
versa,
kinda
but
original.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle of
I wanna say
71.
71.
Yeah, could be.
Is what the serial number
Yeah. But
says. But no, that old girl's got a lot of memories.
yeah. Well, I watched this one, work at the, how do you say that? Charlton Park.
Charlton
Park.
Park.
Yeah, I watched it, pulled the
Okay,
sled
yeah,
back
yeah.
there at one
Yeah, my
time.
cousin actually is a big part of running that over.
Yeah.
And so, I told my son, I say, Russ got my 1050 back. And he's so busy and shit going on, it just kind of blew over his head.
Yep.
A couple of weeks went by and he said, you said Russ got your 1050? And I said, yeah. He said, well, you better get over there and buy it. I said, I've already talked to him. He said, I have first chance. He's not ready to get rid of it.
Oh,
Well, then as his health went bad,
Yep.
we actually bought it.
before the auction.
Him and my wife, for our 50th wedding anniversary, they said I retired. I guess I retired from milking cows. But I did not know they had it, so they had a party here. And my grandson come driving around the
Yeah. Awesome.
So,
Awesome story.
oh, I must be Jim right there.
Yeah, the 145 is here.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, yeah, that's where we're at with that one.
Yep.
But yeah, there's some good memories there.
That's fun. All right.
Well, I like you got a minute.
Well, that's all right. We're at the drone, but so this is the 145, one size bigger than the 125, right?
Yeah, see, I've got 42-inch rubber. I never
Yeah.
in my life.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Direct duals,
Yep.
up duals on it and so on. See, this said egg.
Oh, I see it.
See, and I think this is we say 93. I think it was right after the 125.
Yeah.
What year did we figure this was?
93 or
There's old
94.
So Dan, that's my son Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. What are you doing, videoing?
Yeah.
Don't break his arm.
You're on YouTube. I had my bicep repaired 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
so.
I had shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to hang around with that guy?
Well, he's my contact for over here.
Gotcha.
Now, my other contact still hasn't called me back, and I left him a message.
We was hoping you were still going. He brought
Yeah,
the drone.
I brought the drone, but it's okay.
Oh, it only takes a minute to fill it up.
You're right. I got a minute.
You're pumping.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
If you got a minute.
Yeah. So this is your 28% applicator.
Yep.
28% nitrogen, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He tells me the first time we had that on the roller, he says, man, that thing's got some power. It's got 200 horse. I said, that can't have 200.
Someone's messed with the pump on
Yeah,
that.
she is. You hit her, no smoke. She
Yeah.
is a gutty
It
bugger.
doesn't seem
Yep.
to burn a ton of fuel, so
Huh?
doesn't seem to burn.
No,
a
I
ton.
mean,
Was that the Star of the Western you flew off and ride?
Well, we'll walk around this way from the noise. But yeah, so this is a working tractor.
Oh, yeah. Dad should come right home, went on the roller.
Yep.
Yep.
Still got the Moline 10A number on it. Actually, I've got a couple sets of those now, but
Like I said, I've got a set originally. Well, Rod Randall, when he started farming, he bought a, I know it was a 135. He's kind of lost out real early after school days in the early 80s. And I bought a set of them. I had on my 670 when we pushed silage. and
Yep.
shit. Drug fence rows and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, poor old 670. We used to push ditches in from tiling, and
Yep.
I ain't kidding you, that thing has done more hard work than any tractor ever should have.
yeah. Maybe that Moline series should have been named Workhorse instead of these.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I never knew they. I don't know if they special ordered this.
Oh,
I never seen 42s. If you open the door around,
yeah,
you got a rub bar in there. You got to be awful
Yeah.
closer, but
you're using the cab as a mud scraper.
yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Huh. It's got a little bit bigger clamps in there, you know what I mean? That space in there.
You know, I was gonna measure. I wonder if this
Yeah.
possibly has bigger X's than that 125.
Yeah, them look like a lot bigger than a
That's
3-inch.
what I'm
A lot
thinking.
bigger. Yeah.
I was on to notice that.
Yep. Interesting.
What brought you down this way today?
Oh, I'm heading down to Schoolcraft.
Oh, hard.
So I was hoping for a stop here. My first one got postponed that I had scheduled, and I called up Fuzzy over here, and he says, well, what about Doug?
You should call him Baldy.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's
That's going
Fuzzy.
quick.
Wow.
You don't let him shit. Yeah, he used to have the most thickest red hair until he got married. He didn't get married till he was 30-something. Between farming and married. Like,
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he just changed the oil on her this morning, so.
Yep.
Right, that's all that's got is 1441.
That's it?
Right.
1,400 hours on his tractor?
I think he missed you. Yeah.
He was saving on paint. He missed a digit. Well, we better go look.
20.
Well, even 24 hours is pretty low hours for this tractor.
I think he missed you, Don.
1,400 hours. That's a this is what's that?
1442.
Huh. This has a digital DAC in to it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
God, I guess I was thinking it had more hours than that.
Well,
Well, that is a real cool then.
yeah.
You know, and my grandson, I'm old school, you know, and I keep telling him, I said, Jesus Christ, money don't grow on bushes and shit, you know.
I've been looking for that bush.
I give 27 or 28,000.
Yep.
We got home and stuff. I drove home. They brought Jules home, and a couple of days later, he says, "You know, you give a hell of a price for that." I said, "How do you figure that?" It's 160, 70 horse. It's got brand new rubber, duals, everything, all the way around. New rims, new tires in the front. With that kind of hours, and I said, "I can work on this damn thing."
Yep.
Look at what we've had.
Yeah.
Over and unders, either one of them whites, we've never had an iota problem. Never. Of course,
So-
that was Oliver's,
Yep.
basically over and under.
Yep. So, in your opinion, was this the best series of the whites or no?
Just, I guess, from the experience we've had with that 125.
Yep.
I mean, we've had great luck. The 185 was on the grinder blower,
Yep.
and the wire short down caught it a fire.
Yep. Horseshoe.
And so I bought, yeah, that was on there.
That's a pony shoe.
So that is a good luck charm.
I see. We'll leave it there.
Yeah. And so I bought it back from the insurance company and overhauled it. And the only thing that was wore on that was the camshaft a little.
Huh.
And so I bought it back because I knew brand new, and I knew what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some would argue the 2-105 was probably one of the best ones made.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Of course, that had the different cranny. That had the Oliver.
Right. Right.
what? It went over and went through the gears again.
Yep.
They have a 12-speed. Yeah, there's a lot of them around.
Yep.
I had Perkins. What,
Oh yeah,
350,
it's basically an updated 1850.
Yeah.
So, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You know, it's too damn bad to wait. They'd run them in the ground.
Yeah.
They had a hell of a... They were
Oh yeah.
just at the point, you know, trying to get ahead when the war was on with everything.
Yeah.
And all that.
So was this one made in Charles City as well?
I can tell you.
Trying to look under.
And Lacrosse, Georgia.
Lacrosse, Georgia. Okay, so it's that new that was made in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I said, it has AGCO there and a couple other things. Well, it has
Yeah, well, AGCO on the serial tag.
And according, somebody scratched this sucker pretty good. Rated 160, but I am
yeah.
sure somebody has pissed around with that pump.
Huh.
That bugger is strong.
Yep. Huh.
Plenty strong enough for a two-wheel drive for what we do.
Oh, absolutely.
We got enough front wheel assist.
Yep. Yep. Huh. Typical Cummins little itty bitty starter on there. High torque one, isn't it?
You just changed oil.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope. Give it a hell of an engine, though, I gotta say.
Yep.
Took care of.
Right.
You know, and the other thing, this is here or there and anywhere, but I tell everybody we change our oil at 100 hours. Now, I ain't gonna say now we get a little busy, might get 120 hours, something like that.
Yep.
As I change the oil and filter every 100 hours. Well, you're just wasting oil and bullshit. I said, how come you go to a sale with a tractor's got 3,000 hours on it and it's got a new motor in it? Explain that.
Okay.
The mechanics and stuff, if you take care of them, them things was made back then.
I see,
mean,
yeah.
you know?
Well, that's got a proven motor in this.
Exactly.
It's proven. So take care of it and they'll take care of you.
Our new Fords and bullshit. Well, the old Genesis, the 86, the 89, and the 155. Then when we bought the T8, that's got the, what they call an overwater Cummins Iveco.
Okay.
And that four-wheeler's got an Iveco, Combine's got an Iveco. Them seem to be good outfits.
Yep.
But, no, like I said, we just had good luck, that's all I can say. I mean, if I'm a fond believer, if you take care of them, why?
Absolutely. So, there's no, I don't see any dealer stickers on this one. You have any idea where this will come from?
This came, gotta say this might have been from St. John. The guy I bought it from was up this side of St. John. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. More AGCO stuff. But
Yeah, North Cross, Georgia.
yeah, that was probably where the cab come from.
Yeah,
That's the
the tag over there say Georgia too?
yeah, but it was Lacrosse or different town,
You're right. Yeah,
city, whatever.
I do not know.
Yep.
But yeah, we noticed right off. Hell, cab, everything is
Yep.
about identical.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't know if they ordered them special or what.
Yeah. Well, they've been down there ever since you owned it, so.
Yeah, I just bought it this spring.
Oh, okay.
We were in that disc mine.
Yep.
And then we finished in A, so
Right.
we switched tractors.
Titan tires. 18442s, right? You said?
Yeah.
Grab your liver and she's broken up both sides. You take care of some kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, like I said,
Them were stock on there. They seem too big.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, the door hits on there, and
Right.
I've never seen.
Yeah.
You know, usually they're 38s on any
Yeah.
other.
Well, it makes you go faster down the road, so.
185 at 42.
Yeah. Well, they're on there.
You know, I kind of chuckled at my grandson. I said, you realize what brand new set of tires, duals,
Oh, yeah.
all that costs?
Yeah.
I said, you can't even buy a carton tractor for that hardly.
Yeah.
I mean, or a sub-tractor.
Correct. Yep.
Well, they're not open today. We didn't get a bunch of those tanks that we've been doing hay, but it'll be about 68.
So what was the history you got, Dad? When did they start this year? I told him 18 something.
What, here?
Place. When
1873 was when they built it. We tore all the buildings down. Well, they're not too old. When we built this.
Okay.
They set a sawmill up in 1873 and built 14 barns.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, there was a big barn.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got a fire right there on the hill.
Uh-huh.
It was a big deal from back then.
Oh, absolutely.
They did have a big old windmill with lattice
Yeah.
all the way around.
Oh, okay.
All the way
Yeah, we got
flowers, maybe.
paper pictures that are sewn together when them trees out there were first planted.
Oh, really? Isn't that something?
Just got another 100 gallons.
Yep.
Then too, there was the old cemetery. If someone's thinking about that right up here.
Yep.
There's originally 240 here, then Jim bought this a 40. The founder's there, 60 the other way, but yet I've got a little strip of wood in between and how shit figured out that way.
Yep.
But,
Mm-hmm.
Put a little spot so you can blow that out.
Mm-hmm.
We usually take
I'm just gonna walk over to wheat and look at it.
right down here, so don't look at it there. It's already buried the barn on the clay.
Yeah, it still looks good.
I think there's gonna be some pretty good wheat.
Yeah. Yeah. Heads are filling.
With that?
So the heads are filling.
Oh yeah. Well, then
Yeah.
the heads will develop too.
Oh yeah.
Get started.
Okay, sounds good.
So if you see a little helicopter thing buzzing your cab, that's just me.
What's that?
If you see a little helicopter thing buzzing your cab, it's just me.
Okay.
You get your dinner, then, or?
I got one more fill there.
All
I don't know
right.
if I don't change from this. I don't know if that hay's gonna.
I know it.
Not much sun. Well, a little bit.
Oh, no
Hey.
breeze.
No breeze. It's yeah.
Just pull up there and I'll grab my
Well,
lunch.
nice meeting you.
Same here.
So,
Where are we pulling up to?
just up there so he can get out. And,
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
yeah, she puffed a little smoke, but. Oh.
No apologies to Greta.
She's turned a little.
Yeah. Awesome.
And there was a little story on this house. When I started
Okay.
dating my wife around back, they lived in the top quarter. You went up a set of steps. Well, Grandma was still alive then. Well, then after she passed and stuff, when we basically give it to Jim for helping all the years of bullshit when he got going, we totally went through and remodeled everything. Put the garage on, used to be no wood shed there.
Yep.
Basic house, pretty
Very
much
nice.
the same. I guess they extended this porch out here,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Yep. It's a beautiful,
Yeah, there's quite a
beautiful
lot.
setting here.
quite a lot of history.
Yep.
Yeah, how good.
Yep.
Here, you might as well get going. My daughter-in-law,
All right. Don't. I'm gonna turn the camera. There he is. What's this thing? Zoom in, but
you say you got your drone?
oh yeah, it's right here.
Kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See the old grill lamp?
Yep.
Cool. Now, how far can that clear? I
A long ways.
mean, really, for I've never
Yeah.
heard them and all this bullshit.
Yeah. This is just a little one.
Well, I was gonna say it. No kidding. That's cool.
right, well, Bella, I appreciate your hospitality as well. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this tour. Thanks again to Doug and Dustin for helping me out here, you know, and making this trip even that much better. So, all right, hey, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.